Whoa.
All the stuff that you can like do in a house, we're gonna be able to do while we're camping off grid.
You no longer have to check all these different places to see what's going on.
This is going to be life-changing. I'm so excited.
It is officially too cold to stay here. Come on.
So close. Have you ever had to do this inside your vehicle?
The feels like temperature last night was negative 29 degrees.
I feel like I'm always cursed when I come to Colorado because I end up in the hospital. We're Howard and Katelyn New State, dog people, food people, adventure people. We've been living on the road for the past 3.5 years, traveling through North America and beyond. Each week we bring you along with us to show you how to live like a local in every new state we visit. Last week we took you along on our 1,800-mile road trip from Florida to Colorado, and after moving out of the RV and into a hotel, it was time to drop our rig off. Oh, there he is.
Oh. So what are we doing in a warehouse in Colorado? Well, we're looking top to bottom, literally, at the electrical system of our RV. And you won't believe the transformation and what we'll be able to do when we're done.
Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Yeah.
This is Harrison, co-founder of Enduro Power Batteries, a US-based lithium battery company. To stay current on how customers use their products, Enduro Power does several test installations each year on a variety of boats, RVs, golf carts, and industrial applications. Working with Harrison, we came up with a plan to replace several major components and upgrade our off-grid capabilities. Okay, so this is like the main area. All of the controls are like right there.
Okay.
You can see like kind of they end up like snaking, cabling.
What's all that?
Electronics. Is this Christmas?
Yeah,
Christmas.
it's like Christmas.
Yeah. Wow.
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 That's amazing.
But this is a combo, it's an inverter charger though, right?
Yeah,
like, so
it's gonna do your inverting, so power all your outlets, but also will be your charger as well.
Yeah. So what are we looking at?
We're looking at two 12-volt, 200 amp hour Enduro Power lithium iron phosphate batteries.
Okay, so combined, because you can combine these, right?
Yeah.
So this would be 400 amp hours?
So a total of 400 amp hours if we connected them in parallel.
Okay.
Yep. The two main benefits of putting lithium into your RV, if you're just going to drop in kind of your existing system, it's going to give you a longer run time and a lower maintenance. You're going to be able to run all the AC appliances all through the coach.
Like right now, we're limited on like we can't run our microwave without turning on the generator. Like if we're dry camping, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we need to turn on the generator for the microwave, definitely for the air conditioner, even a blow dryer. You know, we're certainly limited in that respect.
Coffee pot.
pot.
You don't have to turn the generator on to run your make coffee.
Yeah. It's definitely, I mean, that's a huge advantage. And I'd like to point out really quick before we pull these out, lithium is significantly lighter than lead acid batteries. If you are used to having to lift even two small lead acid batteries, you're gonna be in for a shock when you go to pick one of these up. Oh, it's even got handles. Whoa. So here's the plan. We're replacing our charger, inverter, solar charge controller, and adding 400 amp hours of lithium from Enduro Power, plus a whopping 800 watts of solar. A new DC to DC charger will help protect the Mercedes alternator, and the new inverter charger will keep the Sprinter chassis battery topped up too. And to help us keep track of all of this, we're installing a brand new display system that shows everything on one easy-to-read screen. Incredibly, we figured out how to add all of this without losing much storage space at all. It's a lot of work and several days of labor, but the reward is unparalleled ability in an RV of this size.
All the stuff that you can like do in a house, we're gonna be able to do while we're camping off grid out in the middle of like beautiful landscapes.
After removing the old equipment, first up was cabling and building out a better insulated battery box.
It's a lot easier once there's nothing there to kind of figure out what you want to do. So I'm gonna go cut a piece of wood and lay it down here. Then I'm gonna put my battery on top and see if it actually fits.
We're making cables. We're attaching lugs to cables.
To attach to the inverter.
Yeah.
We don't have extra of these, so there is pressure on.
Okay.
So if they're ever in doubt,
Right.
and then we will, once we're done making these, we'll heat shrink over them.
Oh, okay. I was gonna wonder. Okay, because of the gap.
I feel like that was a very down and dirty quick tutorial, so we'll see how it goes, Howard. How are you feeling?
Good. He doesn't know this, but I've actually done this before.
I didn't know that either.
I've done 4-aught lugs and all that. So I mean, I've never used a machine like this to do it, but Sure,
Alright,
you
here
do.
we go.
Okay. So the first step is we're trying to strip this.
This is where we cue the rock music for the montage.
For this project, we'll be using two 200 amp hour Enduro Power batteries and a suite of Victron components, which will all be tied together to maximize functionality. Designing and installing a system like this took many planning calls and 4 full days of installation. But through the magic of time lapses and editing, we come to the moment we get to turn it all on.
Ready, Harrison?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so excited.
Yeah, here we go.
It worked! Oh, so awesome. And Harrison, I know you have done a ton of work behind the scenes. There are cords and cables and things that I can't even comprehend. But one big thing I notice is this, and this is beautiful. So
Yeah.
what do we have going on here?
Well, you have your new Victron Energy Cerbo GX.
Oh.
It's kind of the central brains, pulls all your equipment together, your batteries, your solar, your inverter, and puts it in one little nice, neat little package.
So are you telling me I don't have to go over there and like lift up and manually check my batteries?
Never again. You know what? You got the screen here,
Okay.
but you know, if you're laying in bed at night, you're like that, you can just open up the app on your phone. You can look at it as well.
This is going to be life-changing. I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
Even running the microwave and the air conditioner, which are our 2 highest consumption things that we have on board, we can do it all from the batteries. That's amazing.
I'm speechless. This is amazing.
I just want to preface everything that we just did probably we wouldn't do because really the system is not actually designed to do that. That's like an ultimate stress test. But it's good to know that if we needed to run the air conditioner and heat up Katelyn's coffee, we could do that at the same time.
Yeah, but we're not like baking a cake and running the AC, just to be clear.
Right, are you excited? It's a big day.
We are moving back into the RV today.
We made a plan to install solar in a few days and began the fun task of putting the RV back together, including the refrigerator.
You good? I've got to get something to pull that screen.
Kind of stuff there. Pull that cord. He is connecting. There's a safety anchor, which I guess is to keep the refrigerator from just falling out, which I don't even want to think about how that would happen. But that's what we're doing right now. That was the hardest part of the entire install.
The fridge.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's the
wire
most
and stuff.
logistically challenging. the wire.
And if you're curious how lithium performs in the cold, stay tuned.
Okay, we are hitting the road for a few days and going to put the system to the test. I'm super excited too because we are going back to one of our favorite places in Colorado. We've been there before, definitely not in the snow, so this will be a new adventure.
What better than to try and do summer versus winter? I'm excited to just see how beautiful it'll be snow covered.
So we made it to Silverthorne, Colorado, and coming through those mountain passes, like it's beautiful, but I forgot how steep and intense it is. And we aren't towing this time, so whew. Anyway, I'm glad that part is over. And it's so funny being back here. Like we were just talking about, we essentially lived in this area for like 3 weeks in the summer of 2020. If you've been following us for a while, you might remember that this is also where I ended up in the hospital after I got bit by Scout. I mean, there's a lot of good memories here too, but that one is definitely like, oh man.
They also have a really, really amazing dog park here.
Yes, we were just talking about that too. Piper and Ellie got to go on their birthday that year. It's just so funny like how much has changed in the 1.5 years since we were last year. Like Scout's gone through training, we haven't had any more issues with the dogs. Like she'll be able to play off leash now. I don't know, it's kind of cool to see how far we've come. But Silverthorne is not where we are spending the weekend. We're just getting gas here, and then we're continuing on to another place that we have been before.
Hey. Whoa. It's slippery out there, y'all.
You're wearing shoes with no tread.
No tread.
You need your chicken boots out.
I know.
All right, we gotta beat the sunset here. We don't want to be doing what we have to do in the dark. might be a very bad decision, or it could work out.
Oh, now Katelyn is saying that.
I also didn't think we'd be getting here at dusk, but here we are. Are you nervous?
I'm getting a little worried. I don't think it's been plowed.
Just want to remind everybody watching that we don't typically RV in the snow. We are fair weather creatures, fair weather folk.
This is straight ice. I don't know if we'll make it back up that hill.
You're the one who's like, we're heavy.
We are heavy. But heavy doesn't mean invincible. I mean, people have clearly driven on it.
Yeah.
All right, we're going for it.
Okay. Famous last words. We can always stay right there.
Yep, and we might. Okay, 0.1 miles. It's not looking good.
Oh.
There's the sign.
Okay.
Is it?
Ooh.
Oh my god. All right.
It's just a bummer because like it's just like right there. The
Right.
camping area is. So we have not turned around yet because when we camped here in the summer of 2020, there's another lot that's a little bit further up, and so we think that there could be like a cleared area. So snow's still packed, we're still going for it. Might end up regretting it, I don't know. We made it!
Yeah.
Worked out. There's a clearing, like a cul-de-sac, roundabout, not around, what is this called?
Yeah, cul-de-sac.
Yeah, cul-de-sac. Yeah. There's like a cul-de-sac area here. There's another little like trailer with a solar panel set up, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're good for the night.
Did it.
How do you feel?
Good. It's only 19 degrees. Wait.
Nope, that's not.
That was an hour ago. It is only 12 degrees.
What's it going down to? So if you hit it,
9.
and then it should show you the feels like. Oh no. Alright.
Oh, feels like -2.
This is gonna beat our Moab temp.
Oh my god, it will. Ooh, I need to put the light bulb in. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
if you have not watched our Moab video, watch it. We learned a lot of lessons on that trip that we will be applying now. See, it was like great life lessons.
Absolutely.
It's all about learning. How are the batteries doing?
Good. We are 100% topped off from the drive. So we have 420 amp hours of power. Now, because it's below freezing, at some point the batteries are going to protect themselves and are not going to allow us to recharge until we get back above freezing. We've worked on insulating the battery compartment, and the second battery is also in an area that hopefully will stay a little bit warmer. Based on all the systems that we have on right now inside the RV, of course we have our inverter on, we do have AC lights on right now. As you can see, we have 1 day, so it's 24 hours plus 15 hours. We could go 39 hours without recharging the batteries.
Oh my god.
Based on our current capacity. That's totally bananas. Now, things kick on, things kick off, so of course like it's going to go up and down and up and down. The point is we have at least a full 24 hours of battery life, not counting solar or anything else.
And speaking of solar, we don't even have our new solar panels installed. So we're doing kind of like a weekend trial run away from where we were doing the install because we're waiting on some parts for those solar panels. We don't have to physically go over here and lift up this hatch and like check the batteries. And I mean, this is just incredible.
And this handy dandy display up here, which shows you, this is our battery, we have 96%. Here you can see that we're only using 12 watts of AC power. So that's a very little amount because we have mostly LED lighting. We have a light in our wet bay, like we were talking about with Moab. That's going to hopefully keep our wet bay hot or above freezing. Not hot. It's going to keep it above freezing, so that way we don't run into the issue, because it's supposed to get very cold. Right now, according to the temperature, it is...
Oh no.
So right now, it feels like -5 degrees. Katelyn, we've set a record. Katelyn, this is our new record.
Yes.
This is officially the coldest we've ever gone camping.
Oh, hi. I've just been slaving over the stove. I put some ingredients together. We got these awesome lemongrass chicken meatballs from Costco earlier, and then I sauteed some broccoli, some gluten-free pasta, and I made a little white wine and butter sauce. And I told Howard I didn't follow a recipe at all, but I probably should have waited to tell him that until he tasted it, because I could have blamed the recipe if it was bad. But now he knows. I just put it all together.
I'm sure it's great.
It smells really good. I'm excited.
Quick update on the temperature. It is currently 6 degrees. And now it feels like -7. -7. Katelyn, your response.
I feel like somehow I always get blamed for getting us in these situations. Howard was over there doing some work and he was like shivering, and I was like, yeah, it's cold. And I was like, but Howard, this is gonna be great content. He's like, if we survive, we'll be fine. Piper and Ella absolutely hate it. They get snow in their paws, even if they're out there for like 10 seconds, and they just refuse to walk. So that's fun. Well, guys, this is a first. So we have a Murphy bed and it has straps on it. We put it up and down every day. We've done this for 3.5 years, never had an issue. Somehow the sheet got fed down into that strap and wound up, pulled the mattress down. So when we went to put the bed down, it was totally stuck. And we removed like our topper, all of our bedding and everything. And now Howard is like performing surgery to try to cut our sheets out of the strap.
Getting there. Okay, can you raise it up?
Yeah, just want to make sure it works.
Yeah.
Alright. Ready?
See,
Ooh.
that's what was happening.
Is it okay?
Well,
Oh my god!
yeah. So all that was stuck in the Murphy bed.
Wow, okay guys. If you have a Murphy bed, this is a major PSA.
Don't let this happen to you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how it happened, but...
All right.
Okay, well, I will clean all this up. After making it through the frigid night, we woke up to a visit from some of our favorite people.
How you doing? Yeah. Let's go. It feels so good.
Matt and Amber, also known as Adaptive Humanity, met us in Leadville for the weekend. You probably remember them from our videos last year when we were camped in their driveway in Florida for a few months while they were building out their van. After meeting up briefly in Alaska over the summer, we reunited for some fun in the mountains of Colorado. First order of business was a stop at our all-time favorite pizza place, High Mountain Pies. It's a must-visit when you're in Leadville. Here it is. So this is the self-proclaimed Leadville favorite. It's the crocodile. It has shrimp and cream cheese on it. We had it in 2020 and freaking loved it. And then we got a new one, which is called the square one. It has kale. I added pineapple to it because pineapple definitely belongs on pizza. Don't argue with me on that. Thank you. Everyone definitely. They got pineapple too. So.
Here, to
I mean, what do you
pineapple.
guys think? Is it good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's delicious.
We spent the rest of the afternoon strolling around town, visiting the famous Melanzana, and then grabbing drinks at the legendary Leadville Saloon. We capped off the night with a fire in the freezing cold. It was the perfect day with our friends. We had a great time with Matt and Amber. It was so much fun catching up with them. And we decided to get out of the frigid cold and snow and drive east. We came to this wildlife area for the night, but we've had to reevaluate again because there is a crazy like Arctic deep freeze coming.
Dropping down to -25. It is going to be a cold one, folks.
While our rig like can handle pretty cold temperatures, sub-zero is not fun for anybody. We're probably gonna go stay in a campground for a couple of days, which is funny since we have this amazing new system and it's built for, you know, boondocking, and that's what we love to do. But there's just no way.
Well, there's a limit.
Yeah.
I feel like we would end up burning so much propane just trying to keep the RV warm
Right.
when it's below zero.
Right, because the actual temperature is gonna be like negative here, it's gonna be -6. And so the feels like is gonna be even lower than that. So there's just no reason for us to do that. So we're gonna go to this cool diner that's right off the exit here and then probably formulate our game plan. Are you excited?
Yeah.
This is so cute. That was delicious.
Oh my goodness.
Very good.
Huevos rancheros. Man, the huevos rancheros with the chorizo.
And we
Chef's
got
kiss, chef's kiss.
cinnamon French toast, which is like my weakness. It was so good. All of it was delicious.
I love, this has such a cool story because this diner was actually in North Carolina and was in 6 pieces and then was trucked down here and opened here in Colorado in 2007.
That's amazing. It's like so cool that they can, I don't know, put it back together and bring it back to life like that.
Yeah, and Katelyn, I will tell you, this is, for me, a surprise. This is the first diner I've ever heard of that actually has a basement. So they went, before they dropped the diner on top, they built out a full basement that has like function space and everything. That's
So
super cool.
Made it to the campground and we pulled up and Howard and I both had a very good chuckle at this. I guess because so many people have hit the tree, it is now the tree of shame.
So really, like anything we see that's open to the right up here is fair game.
Okay, I have never seen a more confusing campground layout. All of the sites go like many different ways. The snow is not helping because some sites like aren't even plowed. Anyway, we found one that still has water turned on because we desperately need water. It's supposed to snow, I think, Monday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So, just gonna set up in this spot and hope that we're okay here because, I don't know, the maps are very confusing. But, I mean, it's a pretty campground. I think our thermometer is broken because for 24 hours it says my body temperature is 95 degrees, which is impossible.
Katelyn, what's wrong?
When did this even start? Like Thursday? I started having this like really sharp pain in my back, like below my rib cage right here. And Howard was like, maybe you have like kidney stones. And I was like, I don't think so. I don't know. Anyway, long story short, it is now Monday and it's gotten significantly worse.
I'm still sticking with, I think it might just be kidney stones.
I've never had those. And
I haven't either, but you know, playing doctor on the internet,
Howard's really good at that.
I'm so good.
I don't know. The pain's just like not really subsiding, and then I get really hot and really cold. My thermometer's not telling me anything, so I don't know. We might just pack up and there's an urgent care like 5 minutes away, because then at least I'll know what's going on, hopefully, because it's like I can't even sit comfortably. It sucks.
We'll get her taken care of, don't worry.
Is waiting right now on my urinalysis. I'm the only patient here, which is awesome. So hopefully this will be quick. All right, well, I just came back into the RV from urgent care. There was blood in my urine, so they ordered a CT scan because she thinks I have kidney stone. So I won't know until they get the results back from the radiologist on how bad it is or anything like that, and we'll kind of go from there. So she said if the pain gets worse, I need to go to the ER. But for now, it's just kind of wait and see and just take ibuprofen.
I would like to point out that my Dr. WebMD, so far, we are in line with my original diagnosis.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you're getting the help that you need.
Me too. feel like I'm always cursed when I come to Colorado because I end up in the hospital.
So tell the nice people what we don't know.
So basically, they called with my CT scan results, and there is something on my right side, but they don't know what it is, and it could be a kidney stone or it could be a calcified blood clot in a vein, which doesn't sound like something we want to like chance or mess around with. So their recommendation is to go to an ER. So we're just trying to kind of weigh our options and figure that out right now. All right, we made it back home. It now feels like -4 outside. It's officially snowing. We had the Uber go to the drive-thru Taco Bell for us. So what better food do you need when you just get out of the ER? The ER doctor was pretty funny, and she was very confused as to why urgent care couldn't just have diagnosed me, and she felt really bad that we went there anyway. She did not think it was anything besides a kidney stone. She said if it was the other thing, I shouldn't have been having the pain I was having.
No. Get down.
The dogs want Taco Bell too. So they gave me some Flomax, which will hopefully help me pass the stone, and some pain medicine, and we'll just wait and see. They think I should follow up with a urologist, and that's kind of where we are. We're pretty sure this is just because of dehydration. Last week when we got to Colorado, I knew I wasn't drinking enough water, and we actually had a conversation about it. So let this be a reminder, stay hydrated. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. Oh my God, it's cold outside. Hi, Scott.
Very concerned.
I know, honey. I know. Thank you. Thank you.
What's it feel like?
What's it feel like? Pain. It's, what is it, -7 degrees?
Yeah, it feels like -29.
Oh my God. Our little light cannot keep up. So I had to switch it out. So we went with a little, there's a little pocket space heater. And so I'm running that right now to try and heat up the wet bay compartment. And, yeah, because our water pipes froze. Yeah. Come on!
So close. Did you get it? Woo! That was the third time was a charm. It is so cold that it took us 3 tries to start the engine.
Apologies for the beeping, that's because these stabilizers are down. But anyway, if you can hear us over the beeping, it's really cold here, and I'm very impressed that that engine just started. It is officially too cold to stay here. We just can't do it. We can't. Honestly, I think 0 is probably our limit. I'm just gonna tell the truth. We're not invincible, okay? This RV has limits.
Much as hard like to think we are.
So we are going to be heading back to the same warehouse where we were before, and Harrison has graciously allowed us to move back in. And so we're going to be riding out the rest of this cold front for the next like 3 or 4 days. It is going to be crazy cold here.
It is going to be bitterly cold tonight for the next several days.
It's just cold that I have never experienced before. Like this morning, the dog's water bowl was frozen solid. Like there was ½ an inch of ice on top of their water. So it got that cold inside. And that was with running electric heat, like our little space heaters and stuff. I also just discovered some more cold weather craziness here. Turn this down. This is inside the RV. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Need an ice scraper for inside. This is just so cold. Oh my goodness. All right, let me find our ice scraper. Have you ever had to do this inside your vehicle?
block of metal, tape. These are going to go under the feet on the solar panels. So this is what's actually going to attach to the roof, and then the solar panel will go on top. The advantage of doing something like this is if for whatever reason we ever need to take the solar panels off, you can unbolt the panels from this, and this stays attached to the roof. It makes it really easy if for service purposes or whatever we ever need to lift the solar panels off.
So I'm here on the roof because now is the part where we're installing the brand new solar panels, which is a very exciting step.
And that's it. If you'd like to learn more, visit EnduroPowerBatteries.com. No. There's hold on.
Right, your solar panels won't fly off at all.
So right now we can slide them around, and then once we know this is exactly where we want them, we're using really strong adhesive. We'll clean the surface off and remove the tape, stick it down, done. Well, after a month of testing and trying various scenarios, seeing how the charging works under driving conditions and bright sun, we are very impressed.
Yeah, I love that I don't have to worry about power anymore. I can do everything from running the microwave and baking to blow drying my hair. We don't need to fire up the generator and have, all of that noise and everything. And we can just check the screen or check the app on our phone, and it's perfect.
And even when we're working, in the past, we would have to fire up the generator because a day's worth of working on our laptops and with all of our equipment would literally drain our batteries. And the solar was not able to recharge it quick enough. We now have the battery capacity to literally run an entire day, no problem at all. And the solar is so much more powerful that it is able to actually recharge our batteries pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's been awesome. And we want to say a big thank you to Harrison and Enduro Power Batteries.
Definitely. And if you'd like to learn more about Enduro Power Batteries or about our installation, check out the link in the description below.
Thanks so much for watching.
We'll see you soon.